everyone, my name is New Flower Girl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be beginning on the brand, or on the follow-up of the Red Panda. The Red Panda 3. I've already started, and I want to take you guys, with me, during basically on how I created it. So yeah, I basically already have 1,079 words. Yeah, sorry, 3 pages. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through the entire thought process. So yeah, we're gonna first of all show what this was all about. Yeah, there we go. So basically I have a rough sketch right here, and it's basically is all what it is. I didn't actually have this in there, or this, or all of this below, but basically that will come in later. So at the end of last story, I wrote down what I wanted to have happen, and at first it was just Kyra and Luca settle down in England in Lando's old house. Kyra gets pregnant and struggles with it a lot. F1 drivers have a talent show. The show is being held in, it used to be Singapore, but I changed it to Austria because they were Luca and Kyra were planning to go to Silverstone, which is actually after Austria. So yeah. The talent show is being held in Austria now, and Kyra gets invited to judge. Russell makes a PowerPoint presentation. If you know George Russell, you know that he has a love, an obsession with making PowerPoint presentations. He did it for the competition Rookie of the Year, which Lando actually no, Lando didn't win it. Alex Albon actually won that, and that was 2019. I'll link that video in the description down below if you guys want to watch that video. It is hilarious. Luca passes away in a car crash. Yeah, that happens. Kyra runs away into the jungle where she saved the caged red pandas. That was from part 1. There she will remain until Nick Fury comes to visit her. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how that's gonna play in. And Kyra sings Water Guns and listens to it a lot. I've recently grown an obsession myself for that song. I love it. That song is made by Remo Forer for the 2023 Eurovision competition. I don't know where he ended up because I didn't watch it. Sorry. But I know I love that song. You should listen to it with bass boost to the max. Like at a certain point you're gonna have so much bass. It's so cool. Okay, let's continue with this. For the talent show, I basically looked up at what they could be good at, and this is all in the order of the of the thing of the standings before Austria. So Max first, then Perez, and then so on. So I basically looked up for some people what they were good at. I know Leclerc once danced like a ballerina, so I did that. Lando is good at gaming. Alex Albon made a poem once. Yeah, and I did basically things that would make sense for their country. For example, Pokemon come from Japan, and there is a Japanese driver there. Not sure if he loves Pokemon, might be, but for Yuki to know that it was like naming all the strongest and weakest Pokemon of each generation. There are currently 9 Pokemon in 9 generations of Pokemon in there, with the recent Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, and I only know Generation 1 from Let's Go Eevee. Anyway, yeah, I know from watching Drive to Survive, Lewis Hamilton does sing, so I did that. And yeah, so on, so on. Alonso's doing some roasting, so yeah. And then right here, this is all part of the story. And I'm going to give credit to these people. They are in the Discord of Martin Littlewood. So if you happen to be in that Discord, in the Littlewood Discord, then please tell them that New Flower Girl thanks them for helping with the story. So yeah, thank you guys. You guys are the best. They helped me with creating the bad guy. And that's basically where we're going next, before I'm gonna read out what I've got so far. I still need a title, guys. I need a title and a name for the bad guy. I'm thinking of calling him Hunter, but in my Discord people have already given out some names. But yeah, basically the bad guy is a hunter. He's busy with deforesting the jungle where Kyra saved the pandas. He bought the land to build house for the poor, that's all the cover up. He is actually gonna capture the red pandas and sell them on the black market. He has special abilities as well. His special abilities are mind controlling, and he has 40/20 vision. He has very good vision. So yeah, that's basically what the story is. So far, I actually made a drawing of the bad guy. That's him. That's the bad guy. It is in a female format, but like that's basically how he's gonna look. He's gonna have a beard. He's gonna have pretty messy hair. And he's gonna be dressed like a hunter. So yeah. Now we're actually gonna go onto the story. That's all that I have right here. So I'm gonna read it out to you guys. And yeah, let me know what you think of it. And also let me know if you have any suggestions what you want to have added to the story. And I will put it in the list of rough sketches. So yeah, here we go. The Red Panda 3. ... War. That's the title. The title has to be war. So leave suggestion of the name as well. It has been a few years since Kyra lost her mother. She still can't believe she was still alive. Why did she never come to me? It keeps going around in her head. The past few months have been quite hard for Kyra. One morning she woke up feeling ill. She had to throw up as well. In secret she did a pregnancy test, and the results came back positive. She's now 3 months pregnant. Together with Luca, she is now living in England, in Lando's old house. After he moved to Monaco, he gave Kyra the house. Luca got a job at a grooming salon, and he's making good money. Kyra is mostly working from home. She's taking care of a McLaren fan group, while also rescuing animals. those animals are any kind. Most of them go to local zoos, but some stay with her. Today it is exactly 4 years since she last saw Lando. Her and Luca are gonna go to the Silverstone Grand Prix in a few weeks' time. Are you excited to go see Lando again? Did Kyra ask Luca. You bet I am, did he say. It's been such a long time. I can't wait to hear the engines roar past again. Then Kyra's phone got a message. You are gonna have to eat by yourself this weekend though, did Kyra say after she saw the message. What? Did Luca say. What do you mean? Kyra showed him the message and said, Talent Show F1 Drivers Edition. This weekend in Austria. They want me to judge. You better start packing then, did Lucas say. You don't want to be late. I did do research for this story, for this part, okay? I looked up what the nearest airport is to the Red Bull Ring. It came up with two, but I chose basically one with the most amount of connections and probably the most well-known one. The next day, Kara's at the airport. She goes through security and boards the plane. Kara had never been to Austria before. As soon as the plane starts to descend to Vienna airport, she can see the mountains in the distance. When she gets off, she gets into a car and drives to the Red Bull Ring. There the drivers are waiting for her. They welcome her and help her get unpacked. During lunch, all the drivers are preparing for their part. Kara sits down at the judge table with Mohammed Ben Sulayem, FIA president, Olaf Mol, who is a Dutch commentator. He's very passionate about commentating. People love him in the Netherlands. We love him. He's such an icon. And Natalie Pinkham. She's from Sky Sports F1. Yeah, she's good. The talent show began with Esteban telling about French baking culture. He got an overall score of 6. Then it was Lewis's turn. He did some singing and got an overall score of 8.8. Alex made a poem and scored a 7. Nico did a show and tell and got a 4.5. Oscar did some magic tricks and scored a 9.9. Fernando roasted the other drivers and got a 7.8. Yuki named all the weakest and strongest Pokemon of each generation and got a 9.8. Kevin played the tin whistle, but he got a 3 because it sounded awful. I did research on that as well. The tin whistle is the whistle they used, is the kind of flute they used for Only Teardrops, which is a song from Denmark, I believe, from Eurovision as well. Sergio did football tricks and got a 8.9. George did a PowerPoint presentation. He got a 9.5 because it was the one he made for the Rookie of the Year 2019. Then there was a small break. Kyra called Luca. How's it going so far? Did he ask. Well, said Kyra, Fernando's was definitely the funniest so far. He arrested everyone on the grid. How did Lando do? Asked Luca. Lando's up near the end, said Kyra. It's break time now, we're halfway. Luca laughed and said, I am glad I'm talking to you now. I've had these weird dreams about us having a family. Kyra jumped a little when she heard that. Maybe get it checked out, did she say nervously. I don't know what it is and what's causing it, but maybe someone knows. That's what I'm doing, did he say. I'm on my way to a psychic to talk about this. Okay, did Kyra say. Said Kyra. I have to go. The break is over in a bit. Love you. Talk to you later. Luca said bye and hung up. Then Kara sat back down and the talent show continued. Logan was up. I took the song Water Guns from Switzerland's Eurovision contestants through Google Translate, they'd say. I translated it to Swiss, which is German actually. I'm actually going to change that. I translated it to German and then back to English. Here is the result. For his performance, he got a 9.8. Then up next, it was Guan Yu. He talked about the origin of Chinese food. He got a 6. Nick named all the Grand Prix winners in the current grid with the amounts they won. He got 8.8. Carlos made spaghetti carbonara. The judges loved it and gave it a 9. I myself am a big fan of carbonara. It is so good. Lando played one game of Fall Guys with a steering wheel. He actually did that in real life. He got an 8.7 because he almost made it to the end. Pierre did stand-up comedy and got a 9.8. Lance explained the many uses of maple syrup. He got a 5.4. Valtteri commentated on his teammates' fastest lap around Red Bull Ring. He got a 7.9. Charles danced like a ballerina. He got a 9.8. Max did some juggling and he got a 7. In the end, Oscar won. So, did Kyra hear from behind her? Who? It was Lando. How's life in England? Yeah, it's alright, did she say. I miss the mountains. Lando wanted to say something, but Kyra's phone rang. It was an unknown number. She picked up. Kyra's Animal Rescue, Kyra speaking. Good evening, ma'am, did she hear on the other side. I'm afraid to bring you sad news. Okay, said Kyra. What's the bad news? Your boyfriend, did she hear. He has been in a car crash. He's gone, ma'am. Kara didn't believe what she heard. Luca has died. Thank you, sir, did she say, trying not to cry in front of everyone. Have a good evening. And she hung up. What's the bad news? Asked Oscar. Kyra looked at him with tears in her eyes and said, I need some air. And she walked outside. Lando looked at Oscar and said, this cannot be good. I haven't seen her like this since her mother died. Wait, said Oscar. We have to follow her. And he ran after Kyra. A few minutes later, Oscar found Kyra sitting under the bull statue. When she saw him, she wiped her tears away. What's wrong? Did he say? Did he ask? My boyfriend, did Kyra say while tears rolled down her face. He died in a car crash. Oscar sat down next to her and put an arm around her. That's basically all I have so far. There are probably like a few things missing. But yeah. I'm gonna continue working on this story. Probably sometimes during a live stream, and I'm gonna be also recording it at the same time. And then, yeah. Basically, welcome to the Red Panda 3 ... war. Let me know what you guys want to see in the story. Next video, the title won't be revealed. It will be revealed in the story video after that, because I'm gonna be recording another story video after this one, and yeah. Basically, there is a thought behind why I want to have Luca die so early on. So the thought already was that Luca was gonna die. So yeah, that's always like a kind of thing in Marvel movies. At some point, they lose someone they love. Like in Spider-Man Far From Home, before that took place, Spider-Man lost Iron Man, and I assume you guys have all seen I assume you guys have all seen No Way Home, but there he lost his aunt. So the thought is basically just to go with it all. That yeah. And then during some talks with those three people, at first it was Digiduck, I believe his name was. Yeah, the Digity Duck. Before that, I was talking to them, and they were helpful. They basically helped me with the whole story of what the bad guy is going to do. And the bad guy basically, what he does is he disagrees with everything that Kyra did. So he's going after her loved ones. And he intentionally caused Luca to die. He was the one who caused the car crash by hiring hitmen. So basically that hitman also passed away. And yeah, that's basically number one out. But Kyra doesn't know this until her father comes to England, and then also dies after going with her to a restaurant. I believe could be nice, and then all of a sudden people come in and start shooting at him. Maybe they all have like masks on, like I'm not sure if I can recreate it properly with the scarf. So basically, they would all be having, this is really big, they would all be having things like this. Yeah? But with one guy, it falls off. And Kyra recognizes him from Story 1. That guy is basically one of the people who followed Simon, who, if you remember, is Luca's father. Now Simon has been a good egg after some time in prison. He helps Kyra out with things, and right now he is actually working at the zoo, at the main zoo where the animals go, that Kyra saves, because Kyra said so. Like, after he saves Kyra, he saw that she saw that he was kind to animals. He had changed. So Kyra actually forced the zoo to hire him. And I think that's just a nice gesture. I wanted to add that. I don't yet know where the bad guy got the abilities from. If you have an idea, leave them down in my Discord story suggestions chat. I can actually also right now load up the names that have been suggested, because there have been some suggested, and there's also been a bad guy or a name suggested for the thing. So story suggestions. My skills sis said Jeff or Ricky. She said that it sounds like that. Another person said the tiger mouse. Like air quotes and air quotes. Kaylee said Nighthawk, because a villain needs a name. You know, like a villain name. You know, like Ivan Vanko from Iron Man 2. His name was Whiplash. The bad guy from The Incredible Hulk, not Ross, but the other guy that took the serum. I believe he was called the Abomination. Who else? Or the bad guy in Spider-Man Homecoming was called the Vulture. Then you have Green Goblin from different Spider-Verse. I'm gonna call it that. So basically that's like a good thought process. I'm actually gonna write that down. Bad guy, villain, name, Nighthawk. And he basically carries a rifle around every time, and he's a very sharp shooter. He's like the advanced version of Hawkeye. So yeah. If you have any suggestions, just leave them there in the comments over there. I won't be adding them in the next story, in the next episode. So basically, next episode, those things will come in. Also, suggest title and what you want to have happen in the story. No, I'm not gonna give Kyra a new boyfriend. She is basically gonna continue to live like this on her own, because she's independent. But I wouldn't say no to having her move back to like Australia, New Zealand area, to be roommates with someone, with a Formula 1 driver, or just generally anywhere. So if you happen to know in which country a certain Formula 1 driver lives, and you want to have Kyra be roommates with that person, then leave also suggestion to that. But you know, it's almost 30-minute long video, and it's just part 1 of me creating the story. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave suggestions, like the video while you're at it, subscribe if you're new. But that's it from me for now, and I shall see you guys in another video. Bye!